I totally forgot the intro, guys. Hang on 1 second. I'm boomering this like really right off the beginning. Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, and I am so scatterbrained today. I sent her the wrong link for StreamYard, so I finally sent her the right one. So she should be here a little shortly. So let's see who we have um in the chat. I see, of course, Chef Nation, who says, "Good evening, beautiful people." Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. So good to see you. So good to see you. Let's see here. Who else we got here in the chat? We have got Jerry Minoza, who is in the chat. Hello, 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 my dear. How are you? How are you? So good to see you. So good to see you. And let's see, we have Chef Nation said, "Let the good times roll. Little Chef and I are ready for the classic." Well, so am I. So is her. As soon as she pops in here, I have been waiting so long to relive the great memories of watching this again. I'm telling you, it feels like it's been forever, but after seeing that live action abomination, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this. And for some folks who were just like, "Well, what the heck is it that you guys are talking about?" Well, of course, we are talking about the Little Mermaid 1989, the original edition starring Jodi Benson, one of the animated movies that kicked off the Disney Renaissance, as a lot of us like to call it. Tell me, I'm so scatterbrained right now. No worries, no worries. Let's see. Christian Delorme is here. He says, "Bonsoir, ma belle reine Creole. We are watching you from our backyard in Canada. It's warm up. It's warm now up here. We can do that." Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. So glad. So glad you can watch from there. And let's see who else do we got. We have Goof R35. Hello, my dear, says, "Look on the good side, no scuttlebutt." If I ever have to listen to scuttlebutt one more time, I will flipping lose it. I am so not kidding. So not kidding. So not down for that. And let's see. Alan Rocket Man says upside. I caught a live almost at the beginning. Downside, I have no way of watching this, the only true version of The Little Mermaid. Oh, well, hopefully you'll get a chance to watch it in a way. I won't say how, but as you're subscribed to my channel, you'll find out a little later on. So, all right, folks, we've got you guys starting to roll in here. Now, yes, since this is live, YouTube is not going to allow us to show the film on screen. However, you see, I got the timer up there, and you know what? I'm kind of edit my audio avatar a little bit. I am okay down there a little bit because I am running on OBS on the other side there. So you have this timer here, which shows you exactly where we are in the film. So for those of you who are channel members, what I am going to do is I am going to copy the group watch code. So if you are a channel member, I'm kind of waiting until her gets here. Kind of waiting for it. As soon as she gets in and logged in, let's see, because it looks like there's what three you guys here. You guys here. I really want to wait for her to jump in, on it. So we are watching this, or she and I are going to be watching this actually over on Disney Plus via the group watch. If you have your physical copy, you can go ahead and queue up your physical copy. So with that said, folks, we're going to go ahead on and start watching. And I am sure her will drop in with us shortly. Okay, so you folks are ready. Let me make sure I got my timer ready. I got my timer ready. And here we go. This was like back when the intro was really cool for Disney. They've upped it for the 100th anniversary, but I still like this one. I may torture you guys with my bad voice too. And I tell you, the joys of hand-drawn animation. Oh my gosh. Now they did get this part right in the live action, where dude was, like, hurling over the edge of the ship. Hello, my dear. How are you?
I am great. How are you today?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
I've got the link in the private chat for the Disney Plus group watch.
Okay.
So you can just click it and jump right on in where we are.
Okay. Let me do that now.
And then after her has a chance to jump in and join the group watch, I will share the link with my channel members in a post over on YouTube in the community tab. You can join us watching over there as soon as she gets in.
Wait, I should be in 1 second. And let's do this. I'm opening Disney Plus right now. And it's me.
Oh my gosh, this music. This is especially touching considering we watched Avatar, The Way of Water last
Yes.
night.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And yes, Alan, I am planning a live watch party of 2001: A Space Odyssey. That is going to be the last Saturday of this month. The date is actually escaping me, but the link is set up. Hey, D Nice Gamer says, "Hail Lorena and Positive Fandom."
Hi.
Hello, hello. And Mariah Cooper, hello. I don't think I've seen you in my chat before, so welcome. Says, "Jump on in, the water's fine."
Good in here.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Chef Nation is like, "Get in, girl." I forgot Sebastian had that long name. He's got his coach with his fish pulling him. Oh my gosh. And Triton is so happy.
Yes.
So in the live action, he was so just dour.
Really?
Yes, he was. It wasn't like with this one where you get Triton, he's happy. He's going to go hear his daughter sing.
Mm-hmm.
They announced Sebastian for the royalty that he is as, the hand of King Triton, hand of the king, to use a term from Game of Thrones. And he is the maestro. And here are the daughters who come out of the shells to perform. They did not play the King Triton song. They didn't do that one of the live action version.
Really?
Yes, they did not.
It's ridiculous.
Music of debut. To you. Sebastian's like, "That's my ass." And here she is.
She
Awesome
is
photo.
miles away. Shoot.
She's like, "I'm not thinking about some performance. I have human things to collect."
Mm-hmm.
And for us, we're thinking, what could be more important than performing, with your sisters for your father?
The whole family's waiting.
Mm-hmm. And all of Mer society.
Mhm. They are not going to forget this one. I have to give them credit for all of the toys and things that came after this film came out looked exactly like what you saw in the film.
Exactly. Even down to my favorite, the Dingle Hopper.
Yeah.
And Sebastian just has like this playful scaredy cat kind of spirit.
He's so cute. He's a little sweetheart.
And the live action is just like, oh my gosh, I think he's gonna die on me. He looks so pale. And
I
she's
remember
so oh sorry, go ahead, my dear.
I was working at a movie theater. I worked at a movie theater for a long time, and I was working at a theater when this film came out, and I'd never seen such a reaction to movies except for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That was the other one
Oh,
that was in the theaters forever.
that was another good one.
Mhm.
I like that one. Chef Nation says, my man Sebastian. Yes. And Star Storyteller, hello. Thanks for being on my channel here. That's actually Alan Menken playing the kazoo for the fanfare for Sebastian. I
Oh,
did not know that.
what?
That is so cool.
Mhm. At
And
the time
here's
when
where
I'm sorry, Lauren, you
oh
go
no,
ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
At the time when I first saw this, I had no idea that it would have the impact that it had. Like everybody on earth saw this film.
Yes. It was just an absolute joy to watch. Hey, Amanda says, hello, lovely Lorena, positive fandom, and cheery chat. I've seen this movie so many times, and yes, Sebastian's long name, LOL. Oh, God, I love it. I love it. They missed the mark with the live action movie big time. Yeah, they did. They did. Prime example at the end of this in the live action, Flounder's like scared to death. But in this one, after they escape from the shark, he's kind of like, I wasn't scared. And Buddy Hackett. Yeah, she's not.
You absolutely could recognize his voice anywhere.
Yes. I just rewatched it recently and I thought, wow, the plot moves so fast. I feel old. So much fun to check out. What about the Snarfblat? The Snarfblat is second, but the Dingle Hopper is the first
Mhm.
for me. Made it in the group watch. You can tell by my avatar. LOL. Hey, Lonnie says hello and no, I've never seen this film. Oh, you should
Oh,
watch it. It's forget the live action one. This one is just so much more fun. Hey, Undead Nerd
hey.
said, watch out for the priest. Alan says, if I join the channel now, can I watch the movie stream? Yes, last minute decisions me. Yes, if you join the channel, you have access to the community tab, and the community tab has the link to the Disney Plus group watch. You just have to make sure you have Disney Plus. So,
Welcome aboard.
yes, welcome to the party, pal.
Now, Lorena, correct me if I'm wrong, but was this one of the last animations that had hand coloring and all that sort of stuff?
Not the last. I believe The Princess and the Frog was the last because I think there was The Little Mermaid and then you had um Beauty and the Beast, you had did I say Aladdin? Then I think Mulan and then Princess and the Frog was last.
Hmm.
And see Daddy celebration.
Indeed.
Indeed. Oh, boy. Yeah, see, they didn't even show her getting her eat on. They didn't show that. Yeah, practically starving. Man, oh my gosh. And see, they actually Flotsam and Jetsam actually have personality here. In the live action movie, they looked like dead pool noodles. It just, yeah, they were just kind of sitting there, just kind of floating. Yeah. You didn't get the idea that they were henchmen the way that you do in the cartoon. Amanda says, yes, The Princess and the Frog was the last. Thank you. Thank you for corroborating. Yeah. I don't have Disney Plus nor care to get it. I own the movie. Girl, I tell people don't bother getting Disney Plus if you don't really, especially the old school stuff, just get it on physical media.
Yeah.
But I got a bundle deal, so I got it for a penny. So I'm stuck with it because I watch Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
All those bubbles were drawn in China and they nearly didn't get them in time because of the Tiananmen Square incident. Really?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. See, this is why I love watching these Disney films with you guys because we get like all this information and behind the scenes stuff. Wow, I never would have known that. And someone told me Ken Jong should have been Scuttle. No, not Scuttle, excuse me. Flounder. I could see Ken Jong as Flounder. But yeah, Bill Barr is Scuttle. Yeah, I would totally like that. Just
Good thing. You can't. You get my.
and see, you hear the feeling when he says that. Do you think I was too hard on her? And with Javier Bardem, it was kind of like, you didn't feel that, Dev.
Sounds like such a completely different attitude.
Yes, very much so. He's like, what? Like, what? Now, I did like David Diggs as Sebastian in the live action. He was actually pretty good. He's trying. Nobody ran. Let's see. Hey, Senator Amidala says, hello, everyone. I love Jodi Benson's voice. It just flows like water. My favorite scene is, of course, with Ursula taking her voice. Yes, you can even pick up on the fear while she's singing. Absolutely. That's why that scene is so powerful. It's like you can tell she doesn't really want to give up her voice, but she's made that particular decision. Wouldn't you think my collection's complete as everything? Oh. I know D Nice Gamer. I was pissed about that too. Got everything. Christmas aplenty. What's it, scandal? Sebastian with the big eyes and the glasses. I got 20 thingamabobs.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get that rise in the voice, which is a fault of direction, because I'm pretty sure Halle Bailey could have done that. Call him feet. Too far. Hey, Nick McCabe says, hey there, everyone. Good to see you. Hope you're all well. Well, yes, we are. Good to see you. Nick, one of the twins from Down Under. Good to see ya. Wondering free. Wish I could be Part of that world. Oh, that's okay, Star Storyteller. Keep bringing it.
Hmm.
That's what we do here. I love nerding out about this stuff. Chef Nation said, see, she's not overseeing like someone we know. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, she did oversing a lot.
Oh no.
And I think it again, I fault the director for doing that, because if you're a true, like, say if it was Alan Menken directing or something like that, or like voice direction, they can actually tone how they want you to, how you want to sing.
She sing it more like an opera rather than a Disney musical.
She sang it more like a pop song.
Oh, how
Yeah.
odd.
Yeah, it was more pop. It wasn't like Broadway theatrical, you know, and it was pretty obvious. And I think they wanted to, because she's part of a pop group, I think Chloe and Halle said, I think that was what they were trying to pull from. But you can't use like a movie with a Broadway score like the original Little Mermaid and sing it pop style. It just didn't, it's the wrong style. Like with hip hop, it worked for Hamilton because that was a one off and that was from start to finish an original creation. Let's see. Been a while since I've been here. Still looking stunning, Lorena Creole. Well, so good to see you too, Orange Hat Reviews. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you. Careful, Disney is rather zealous with copyright. You guys can't hear the soundtrack, can you?
I don't hear anything.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh yeah, I know. There's a way around it, Nick McCabe. When I do the upload, you'll have to see the magic I do in the background for it. Let's see. The song didn't make it. Oh, Haley's rendition seemed very choppy. Yes, it did. It didn't flow. Like here, the music flows with everything that's seen. Like when she's talking about see them dancing and you see and she's there and there's like the music box with the two people dancing. Flounder when she couldn't remember the word feet. Flounder's like showing her the fins. It didn't flow nicely. That song didn't make it because too many kids were squirming during the showing of it when it was in black and white. Now I hear it here at that all the live action, the kids are squirming for 2 hours. Yes, that is correct. There were kids in the theater moving around like, is this over? As opposed to in Super Mario, where they're like, I'm really trying not to go to the bathroom. I don't want to leave. Just your lovely sing. Oh, thank you, Nick. Thank you. I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite sing-alongs. I've been singing it along since I was younger. I would go with my college friends to Disney and we would go to the Voyage of the Little Mermaid and we'd sing all the songs and have the kids look at us weird, but we didn't care. Yes.
Female gaze, female gaze.
Female gaze. Party on the boat. Party on the boat. I think Jodi Benson is very encouraging that, or there's a total gag order. The latter, it's a gag order. And surprising with Disney, it's an NDA. Yep. Yep. Raina Creole, the engineer, knows all the tricks. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Oh, so love the fact that there are 15 of you folks in here in the chat. Welcome. Please do hit that like button. If you've got your physical or digital copy or VHS tape copy, that's kicking it old school for real. Oh my gosh, here is where we are with the timer in the film. The 1989 version.
Yes.
Eric doesn't look too impressed with the statue.
It doesn't have his character, his personality.
Yeah, it's kind of like, who is that person?
Mm-hmm.
Eric's like, I'm just trying to get my Mac on. That's what I'm doing. I'm sailing the seas. being an adventurer.
Right, girl. Right, girl.
It hit me. They did not have that part in the movie about Eric finding the right girl. He was like, "Oh, I want to go out and find new cultures."
What?
Yes,
That's what the character said?
yes. His thing was being out on
Yeah,
the
nobody says
sea
that.
and finding, going and discovering other cultures, and the family wanted him to, kind of, you should be king or whatever. I'm like, you're in the Caribbean. All you do is bump into that was the crossroads of culture in the new world. So
Valid
they didn't
point.
do their homework.
How odd.
So now we have this storm kicking up. I love Buddy Hackett. I'm on a boat. Orange Hat Review says, I recently watched the original cartoon, enjoyed it immensely. Yes, I believe it. I'm like all smiles looking at this again, and I haven't seen it in years. Yeah, you're right. And Eric didn't sing in the animated version. And yes, Star Storyteller, this is something that I've been telling people. They should have gotten Queen Latifah as Ursula
Hmm.
in the live action because she killed it with this particular one that they did, the musical production live.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Latifah killed it. There's Eric trying to save everybody. Got to go back for the dog. And the fire effects on this are amazing. Yeah, it really didn't. Mhm. Hey, awesome one says under the sea. And double A, hello, says Mirena. Well, hello, hello. Good to see you. And this is all hand drawn, the fire, the water effects. And they're like, what happened to Eric? And now you see Ariel.
She knows he's in trouble
Yes.
because she's been eyeballing him all night. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, how you doing? Plus, he went back for the dog. And she was probably like, if he went back for the dog, I need to go back and get him. And there's a shipwreck, and there she is.
hmm.
I love it. And she's just like looking at him.
She's like, I wonder if he needs a few breaths of oxygen.
I know. Not anyone in the same me. See, before it was just a song about longing, and then after she saves Eric, then we're just like, wow, no, we know she really wants to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being a channel member, Alan. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. This part was poorly acted and yes, absolutely. Again, over singing. Hey Sam, there's the other twin. Says hello everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day/night. Well,
Thank
we
you.
most certainly are. Having fun watching one of the movies from the Disney Renaissance. And this scene right here, how it's rendered in the cartoon, is one of my favorite parts.
It's beautiful.
We see from the be part of your world. That is like it gives me goosebumps every time. So now we understand her motivation. And Flotsam and Jetsam, they were always narking on me.
And human.
Human.
A prince.
She's just like, what that? I mean, Ursula, I'm telling you, next to, and we didn't see the garden in the live action movie. Because when you saw the garden, you saw the consequences of what would happen if you didn't,
stick to
if you did
the contract,
stick
so to
to the
speak.
deal. Exactly, exactly. So there weren't really true visible stakes in the live action. And here in the cartoon, they made it very clear what the consequence would be. Bad. Prince Eric is a bro. Yep.
He is a
Yep.
looker.
Chef Nation said, I never thought I would grow up to respect Ursula more and more these days. I know, right? Ursula, Maleficent, and to a scarier point, even Mother Gothel. I never thought I'd say that.
Mm-hmm.
Always the evil queen in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, though. And Thunder's bless your out. See, she knew she had to get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day when Disney Studios had the Little Mermaid show, this number was crazy. But that is a big mistake. Ocean floor. Yeah. These days can't have it. See.
Makes me want to get a pina colada with a little umbrella in it.
I know, right? They work all day. Then the sun they slip away, trying to tell her, you don't want to go there. You want to be here. Happy. They roll. Sunderland ain't happy. It's that cause the in the bowl. Oh yeah, poor unfortunate soul. Yeah, that's coming up.
The sea got the hook. Under the sea.
The sea,
Under the sea.
under the sea. It was just fun, bouncy. Ray, urge to start to play. Okay, I don't know why it skipped. Maybe I hit something. Where was that? The blowfish did not blow in the live action. When you hear that like tuba, like that big sound, he just inflated. No. Yes.
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Under the sea. To be. And Sebastian is all caught up in his performance.
He's great.
I love it. Everybody's dancing. Octopus. The panda the water under the sea. Where'd she go? They're like, party's over. Nearly that girl's fins to the floor.
Was that
And
line in the movie?
yes, and David
Okay.
did nail that. Hey, Prismatic says hello, Lorena, and good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see, Vertical Horizons is here. We got Pod Racing Palpatine in the chat. Says hello there. Nice, Chef Nation. Like, laughing. That's right. And Ariel did not sing along. She did in live action, but she didn't in this one because it was Sebastian's number. It wasn't.
Yeah. Why would she sing along? He's trying to convince her. It's not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad has a he's a what is it? He's got them gains. I don't know how else to say it,
Yeah.
but he's got
Sorry,
the hair, but
I keep seeing Jason Momoa as right.
yes.
I mean, shoot, if they wanted to do mature, why didn't they hire Antonio Banderas? I would like that too.
That would have been smoking hot.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been like, did you see him in Little Mermaid? God.
Like,
it would, yeah, it would have been
yeah, they don't anymore, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, there is one in 2D that is coming up. And that is Wish. And I saw the trailer in the theater and it looked really good. It reminded me of a old school animation, even though it's it's obviously on a computer, but it looks really good. I have high hopes for that. Ariel looked like she was completely won over in the live action, so her disappearance seemed out of the blue without Flounder whispering in her ear. Yes.
Yeah, this is like getting caught with like a sex mag or some shit like that.
Yeah. It's like, oh, daddy's man. Daddy is about to blow up her spot. Literally.
Right.
Yup. It does look fun. Yes, the statue made it to the grotto, and that's it's important. Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they put it, when I say they, her fish friends put it there for her. I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but
She said it. She said it. Care. I love him.
Daddy
And
don't
we
feel the
all felt our heartbreak when Daddy basically blew up the statue. It was just like, okay, now that was
and he felt bad about it,
he
seeing her cry.
did. He did. Chef Nation said, kids today, that's your PS5 or Xbox. Oh, well, yeah, he was. He was extremely, because the youngest one, she doesn't really fall in line. They have a distrust for the humans on the surface. Poor child. I love
I
the
love
voice.
Sebastian.
Mhm. I can't wait to see that. But Flotsam and Jetsam, they were the ones who narked. Like, "I know how to help you. Someone who can help
Yeah, but
you."
why you all have to rub up against me for Coolio? The hell? I don't
It's
know you like that.
magic.
You don't know me like that. Oh God.
Forever. As great power. Man, this thing sounds like the snake in Harry Potter. It's just like parcel tongue. Mm-hmm. Suggestion. Hey Tina says nothing beats the animated movie. I have it on Blu-ray. I do too. I found it when I was cleaning out my storage unit. I was like, yes.
And I have it on VHS, the original.
Whoa. See, that's a piece. That's a serious keepsake right there. Yes, get your singing voice ready. And those eels, of course, are awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna go get you. The eels are my new friends now. And yes, Star Storyteller, oh man, how perfect an analogy of how creeps get into you after you get hurt. Yes. Oh yeah, get ready, y'all. And she's leading. And the thing is, in the live action, she went through this corridor, but you didn't get this. Like the ones who, who
They're
reneged
trying
on the
to
deal
stop
and
her
are
going forward and making that.
exactly. Bringing here this thing for this Prince Fellow. Isn't it? Two fish. Simple. And yourself. I know, right, Chef Nation? I was like, I can't believe. Well, yes, I can. I do. I live for. Help my folk like yourself. Souls. No one to turn to. In the past, I've been nasty. Kidding when they called me, well, a witch. Switch. Yes. Half. Overall, lonely and depressed. Pathetic. Oh, unfortunate soul in pain, in need. This must be dinner. This wants to get the girl, and do I help them? Yes, indeed. That is so true. Into my culture, kind selves, Ursula, please, and do I help them? Yes, I do. Pay the price. Pay, pay. Yes,
I didn't even know Melissa McCartney could sing.
she could, but it lacked the gravitas of, like, say, Pat Carroll or Queen Latifah, because you have to have a pretty, like, deeper, like a stronger voice to do this song, and it's not something that you rush. Exactly what, Chef Nation and others were saying. This is not a song, you cannot rush these songs because there's an emotional attachment. Kiss of True Love. See, they told her that. Good day. Definitely. Mermaid, you belong
To
to
me.
me. Shut up. Hmm?
What's interesting about this part is that it didn't occur to her that her father also had the ability to do this.
That's right. Oh my gosh, Vertical Horizons, Adele. I hadn't thought about that.
She would have been great in this.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You're trifle. Hey, Sakura at 3:15. Your voice. I do too, Tina. We'll have to do a watch party for this one. Nose. Your pretty face. And don't forget to estimate the importance of body language. No
It
glamour.
was crazily vulgar, but
It was. Oh, for what little
so these are the poor unfortunate souls that she's captured, and she's using them in the spell.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? She holds her tongue. It's her man. On you poor unfortunate soul. Put your head. Make your choice. Woman, and I haven't got all day. It won't cost much. Just your voice.
If you want to
The toe. And they didn't show the contract. They didn't show this part. It's on a roll. The poor unfortunate soul.
it's like the easy button at Amazon, right?
Yes. You got see.
Poor thing.
Oh my gosh. This part in the Boys of the Little Mermaid show that they used to have at the studios, it was awesome how they did this. Singing. Yeah. And didn't, help a sister out. Just, oh my gosh, I gotta swim up to the surface. I can't breathe.
Yeah, she could have put her to the surface. I mean, give me a break. And some clothes.
Yeah. Well, I guess they left her bra on.
Thank God.
They're like, how much could we get away with?
We better keep her chest covered.
You gotta love that. That's the maniacal laugh. That you gotta do that part. Hey, Prismatic says, fun fact: the voice actress of Ariel in the Norwegian animated movie Sissel Krijebo, I probably said it really wrong. Also, the voice actress singer in the Swedish version. She did the singing parts in the Danish version.
Ah, that's good to know.
That is interesting. Yeah, I read the original fairy tale, Hans Christian Andersen. I read a lot of his fairy tales. My favorites were the Snow Queen and the Little Mermaid. Yep, she didn't lose her memory in the animated version because she was
What do
just
you
like,
mean lose her memory? What?
oh, she did in the live action.
Why?
In the live action, because of consent issues. Yeah. 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 So in the live action, After, Ursula took her voice, she was like, "Oh, she won't even remember that she needs to be kissed by the 3rd day."
Oh, because they didn't want any physical contact.
Yes. Mhm.
So the natural attraction that should be happening, like what we saw in Avatar, is not, they didn't want that to happen in the live action.
No. And they didn't want, of course, which would be the natural course, like, "Hey, I wanna try to kiss her," you know?
Yeah, that would
They're
be the
like, "What if she
natural.
can't give consent?" I'm like, "Oh my god, seriously." It was stupid.
It did not say that in the live action, though.
Which
They
one?
didn't say anything about consent, did they?
No, they didn't. They
Okay.
implied that, so that's why they wiped her memory without the issue of, "Hey, do I have to give you consent to kiss me if I don't have any memory that you have to kiss me?" It was stupid.
I'm
Yeah, you know.
flabbergasted by that, the thought that they would remove her memory.
It
No
made
identity.
0 sense.
She has no identity.
No. And that was part of, like, the romantic comedy. She knows he has to kiss her, she can't talk, she has to kind of, like, pantomime. She knows that he has to kiss her. He wants to, and he's trying to figure that out, but he doesn't know the urgency behind it. She knows the urgency behind it, and that was the romantic comedy part of it, but they didn't want her to be voiceless and unable to give consent. I forgot about that part.
Looks like a toga or something. Yeah.
Have a good weekend, Alan. See you for 2001. It's gonna be awesome. And that ended up making the consent issues even worse. Exactly. Exactly. It's like, just make art. She's like, "Hi. Hi." It's like, "Hi." And then the live action, he didn't say, "You're the one I've been looking for." He had everybody out looking for her.
Oh, so he himself didn't make an effort to.
No. Ariel was the one to make the first move. Mhm.
Yeah, she
Ariel
was.
was
She
she
was.
was she was thirsty.
She was.
Can't
I'm
say I
telling you,
blame her.
if he hadn't come awake when he did, she would have been like, I think he needs mouth to mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure, he's okay.
Let me open up your airway. Eric needs to sing a song. Poor Sebastian. Oh, we're gonna get our song. Is our song coming up?
Les poissons.
Yeah. It was crazy.
What? What is
Yeah, in
that?
the live action. Yeah.
So she Ariel's the rebound girl?
He didn't know what she looked like in the live action. He just knew the voice. So it's like it could be her, it might not be her because she's getting all ready and thinking that Eric's gonna recognize who she is. And he walks in and he's just like, I'm glad you're okay.
Nah, he wouldn't say that. He would just be eyeballing her, not just like, I'm glad you're okay. That's
He didn't. It was no. Jingle hopper. Okay. Hmm. Now that was some Warner Brothers stuff right there.
Now this woman looks a lot like the three the three fairy godmothers from Cinderella.
Oh yeah, when they had their I call it witness protection program outfits where they were dressed like peasants.
Hmm.
Renee Bergenois, y'all.
Les poissons, les
Poisson,
poissons.
poisson. Oh, I love les poissons. Little fish. Cut out their heads and I pull out their buns. Hey, c'est toujours delish. Poisson, oh, I love.
Oh.
Oh, it's fried. Love little fishes, don't you? Palate. Hey, Shrebbles. French laugh. Ha ha ha. Glad you're here, my dear. Mhm. Oh, Simon. What is this? Your niece.
Abuse.
Beautiful succulent crab. Got put in the pot.
That's what I love. See people in
In the sauce. Think just a jab. But with bread, it don't hurt because you're dead. Ah, not in that big silver butt. Okay, well, you don't put dead crabs in the pot.
No, you don't. They're still alive.
Yeah, I just picked that up. I have had to chase a couple of crabs that try to get out the pot. I'm telling you, physical comedy is still the best. The kids are usually cracking up watching this part.
Oh, not the curio.
Oh, what Louis is up to? That voice sounds familiar.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Who is
The
she?
school secretary in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes, that's right.
What's his I do. I love this chef. I love that song. It was just such a again another funny song for the kids to laugh at, with the crab not wanting to get cooked and the chef trying to chase him. Yes. Which it did. She's like, he's so dreamy.
And this is acting without words. She can't speak, so she's got a lot to express
Mm-hmm.
in this role.
Mm-hmm. Hi. He looked at me. Young lady. Mm-hmm. Yep. Gotta look your best. See, Sebastian knows the deal. Your eyes like this. No, they didn't say this in the live action.
So they didn't tell her to look attractive to the opposite sex
Nope.
or to any sex.
Nope. And that part wasn't in the movie. Not like that because he was just like, she does love him. Uh, she needs me. Oh, Sebastian. And you hear the concern in his voice. You don't really get it from Javier Bardem. And again, I blame the director. Wasn't Luis in the live action version? No, Jerry Mendoza, he was not. He was not. And it was such a missed moment. Well, there's 20 of you folks in here watching with us. Thank you so very much. We are watching The Little Mermaid, 1989 Disney animated version, and I'm here with my wing woman, her of positive fandom. We're watching this. If you are a channel member, you can watch this along with us if you have Disney Plus. The link is in the community tab for members. You can click that and join the watch party, sync right up with us, or wherever you are, your digital physical copy, you follow this countdown timer here. Thank you, Shrebel, so much for that $4.99 super sticker. Little Shiba Inu dog laughing and saying ha ha ha. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. I so appreciate it. You guys, super chats, you help keep the StreamYard bill paid and all kinds of stuff here on this channel. So thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it very much. I love Shiba Inu stickers. So cute. Cute dogs. Cute dogs. Y'all are going to keep hearing me make these comparisons. Like in the movie, they look like they're not like on a date, like they're just out on an excursion. But in this one, you can tell she's just like, I really want to impress him. See? She's like, oh no, not Buddy Hackett. Hang on. You ready? Put it out of its misery. It's again funny stuff for kids to laugh at. Magical Mousers, hello, my dear, and I'm loving that avatar so much.
Yeah.
Says, I love Ariel singing Harmony from the TV series. Harmony in Harmony, you're you, I me, together we should sing in harmony. Yes, I do remember that one. Love the TV series.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
We got a lot to see. Think about her. But you're dying to try to get a kiss the girl. No, no. Got the ducks playing the turtles. Take a word, single word. Now, she was trying to kiss him. Am I wrong?
She
Okay.
was. She was leaning. Whoa,
This
whoa.
is just beautiful. Misty girl. Yes. Hello, Ellie Yap says morning. Well, I guess it's morning where you are. Well, welcome, welcome. Ariel? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be better. Girl. Sing it, y'all.
Whoa, whoa.
Like all the fireflies. Kiss your girl. Even Scuttle has his little touch to add, and like all the fish around.
And she's like, it's gonna happen now.
Come on, boy, give it to me. Come on. Kiss the girl. And in the live action, they didn't do that. Sure. It's her own tentacles. She's like, now I got to take care of business. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's what I remember. Love it when she called her tramp. I'm telling you, they just weren't worried about offending people, just telling a story with plenty for the kids and a couple of little jokes put in there for the adults to get. Yep. Uh-oh.
Now he's put under a spell. So this is also different as well. As soon as he hears that voice, there's some kind of spell. That's what that thing was.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of being tricked into this.
Yes. This afternoon. Hmm?
I'm sorry?
Oh no, I'm like I was looking, it was like, huh? She's looking like, what are you all talking about? At least Scuttle wasn't singing a song. Scuttlebutt. Gosh, if I ever hear that again, it'll be way too soon. That's right. And Scuttle doesn't exist in this movie. Yep, and the eels were like, yeah, we gotta stop this. Boom. Oh, you were Sunny Days? This was such a fun movie with so much rewatchability. It's crazy. It's like, think about it. It's just like, but he was supposed to be mine. This doesn't make sense. Never make a deal with the sea witch. So we got like an hour and 6 minutes. How fast this is progressing. And the live action version, that's I think like 2 hours and 20 minutes. And you can just see how sad she is. Just like how can this happen? Mm, yes, star storyteller. Yes, it goes quick. And they have to. If it's for kids, they're not gonna sit and see a long film. Throwing that pin. Boom. Oh, Scuttle. It's like that cute affability is gone. Jerry Minoza, it was like I think like 2 hours and 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow, that's long.
Yeah, it was unnecessarily long. Star Storyteller says it's also animated and they did not have very much for the budget, so they had to make every minute count. Absolutely. Mhm. Yes,
Oh,
they did Bonzo Kilborn. They did. They took out Les Poissons. They took out Triton's Daughters, the song they sing in the beginning. They took that out too. Yeah, I did Magical Mousers. It was torture. It was such torture. Jodi Benson had fun being Vanessa. I love that. Vanessa when she's just like, yes. Throwing the pin right in his forehead. Ursula was unapologetic. Don't you growl at me. Ain't it? And as heartbroken as she is, Ariel's like, I gotta save him. The birds from like Hitchcock. Shoot. I know, right? That would have been some John Wick action going on. Kick the dog. I can now. And no one noticed that voice? You're too late. Ah.
yeah, she looks enormous. It's like so scary what she looked like.
Mm-hmm. Fish to fry. Hmm.
She was after the hunky dad all along.
We knew what was up.
Mhm.
She's mine now. Mm-hmm. See, they didn't show the contract in the live action version. All he did was just try to, you know, light up Ursula when it didn't work. It's just like, oh, yes, it's ironclad. We're like, what? Where's the contract? In exchange. Even better. Go get your girl.
That's right.
A deal. eternity.
Now he's going down there with a harpoon.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
is
it's just
awful.
like, Majesty. And even Sebastian's still like, Your Majesty. Fine. Max doesn't like small octopus. No, he doesn't. And yes, Star Storyteller, see, that adds more complexity to Ursula with the contract and the fact that even his trident couldn't do crap against it. Exactly.
So there was only one way to break this contract,
Mm-hmm.
and that's to have octopus salad.
Literally. And it makes it even more profound that he gives himself up in place of his daughter.
Another toxic male
Mm-hmm.
trait, right?
Yep.
Protect her, making a sacrifice, making sure she's okay.
Yes, he is. At least in this version. And this is the part that we should have been able to see clearly because it's your final boss level and she's huge.
Yeah, she is enormous.
She's like oh
Like a
my
titan.
gosh.
She's like
Yes.
a titan.
Yes.
This looks
I
really scary.
It is, and it's supposed to be extremely scary. It's almost like in Pirates of the Caribbean, I forget which movie it was with the oh gosh, the goddess of the sea. I'm totally missing it. But when she like went off, she looked massive. But in the live action version, it was so dark. You couldn't see anything. And it was a shame because this is like what you wanted to see, larger than life here.
Absolutely, Jerry Mendoza, like a kraken.
Exactly. That's what we wanted to see. And there he goes. Now you have Eric piloting the ship.
Mhm. And she didn't even see it coming.
Nope. Not Ariel piloting the ship, Eric. Because Eric had to make that kill shot. Okay. True, she did. It's like, dang, in a way, I'm gonna miss her. Look at she's still still going into pieces. Look, pieces of octopus falling too.
And I'm so glad that the creatures turned back into what they were.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't see that in the movie. And of course, Ursula had to tell her father in the live action movie pretty much how bad of a person he was, even though he saved her. But,
What?
yeah. And he didn't say that in the live action.
To live their own
Own
life.
lives. Well, Yep. Love it. See how much I'm going to miss her. Yep.
And he gave her clothes.
Yes.
God damn.
And everybody's like, yay! And the dog said, "Yay!" And there's the mer people just so happy that they're together. There's Chef Louis said, "I'm going to get the crab." I remember Rene Auberjonois saying that he loved doing that part of Chef Louis in The Little Mermaid.
I love you, Daddy.
Mm-hmm. Now we can run. Now we can stay all day. Yeah, R.I.P. Robert Ashman.
Whew.
Yes, you did. I'm not crying, you are. I know, right?
Oh God. Okay.
Oh, I love this.
Oh man. I forgot about that line.
Oh, I know that line. I love it. I absolutely love it. And that's what these movies used to be about. You know, they had a limited amount of time, but they had such impact, you know, such emotional impact. And that part gets me just every time at the end.
Oh goodness gracious.
And I tell you, this film, I have it. Let's see what I think I have it on DVD and I have it on Blu-ray. And I've watched it for so many years that it never it never gets old. It never never gets old. There's so much rewatchability um to this film, and wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
Beautiful. Star Storyteller says a piece of trivia. Apparently, a father who was estranged from his daughter saw this film and he ended up contacting his daughter again and they reconciled. Oh, that is wonderful. That is lovely. There's just these movies were about like bringing people, like bringing people together, you know, boiling down like say complex emotions in a way that children would understand, in a way, but there's always something that adults and everyone could take from this. And there's a soul in this animated version that was not there in in the live action. I pre-ordered the 4K Steelbook. I need to do that too.
Me too. Gosh, that's a good idea. Sure as rebels.
Hmm.
Sure as rebels.
Shrubble,
Can't wait.
yes, yeah, Shrubbles. I'd say
Rebels.
Shrubbles. That's what I've been seeing it as, is Shrubbles. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We better get on it. We better do that.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't know. Hey, Matt G, I see with the cookies. I see with the cookies
Mm.
because you never know. You never know what they can change a digital version.
Oh gosh, yes, that's true. They
They
can.
could they could change it, and you wouldn't know what happened. So definitely get the physical copy. But I love this film. I do. Now, granted, it is the Disney version of The Little Mermaid because the Hans Christian Andersen story, Ariel was kind of gangster. Oh,
Well, she's a
yeah.
mermaid, and she's not. Mermaids are a little aggressive, and they do things like they
Hmm.
do things.
Yeah, they do things. Like, remember in Peter Pan, the mermaids tried to drown Wendy, and they basically said that's what they were they were trying to do.
Hmm. Oh
Uh,
man.
I love this film. I love going back and watching like the old school Disney films. But with this one, you know, what would you do to have something that you so wanted to have
It
and
would.
not be ashamed of it, you know?
Yeah, and it wouldn't occur to me. I mean, she's 15 years old, so she's very, very young. She's a teenager. But the seas are tough. Like you have to be tough to survive in the sea. So, I think that she did get duped, which was something, she didn't necessarily have street smarts. She got duped. I think her sisters were street smart and she was the sheltered one. So it was easy for Ursula
Hmm.
to take advantage of her, more or less. So,
Exactly. Especially when Ursula says what we're all thinking, it can't be this easy.
and of course, the performances are amazing, and just everything about this particular version of this, you know, fairy tale is just so mesmerizing. The artwork is stunning. The
um,
colorization of the artwork in this animated feature is stunning. The colors of the sea, and just the tones of the colors that they used. Even in Sebastian, the crab with his red shell and then kind of orange legs, orange body, and then a
mhm,
slightly more orange part. A lot of care was put into this, and you can see a lot of heart was put into it as well.
mhm. Absolutely. It sure was everything. And especially when you talk about the animation, the characters, how much life that they have, and especially in the musical, in the musical numbers, they're not wasted. There's all this visual things on the screen to like to keep you entertained. That's why they have like these breaks in there, like the song with Triton's daughters in the beginning, to kind of open up the exposition. And even the chef song, it's just funny, like to watch for Sebastian to, finally get what he says you great you're worried about and under the sea, and he's literally got the chef coming coming after him to try to cook him. And it's just that fun physical comedy that kids like to watch and like to see. I love this film.
I love it too. And I don't think they could best it. I This might be the height of, it's a Cinderella, it's a Bambi, it's one of those films that you can't improve upon.
Hmm.
You just can't. But it also shows what Disney is capable of.
Yes, with the right creative direction. And this was back when it was about telling those stories, those creative, stories. And once that creativity kind of like, I'm gonna say, we'll say kind of went to the wayside, you had John Lasseter of Pixar pretty much like pick up the mantle and start telling those stories again, because storytelling will never get old. Good storying will never get old. There's stories that are like hundreds, thousands of years old that people still like to hear. So uh there's power in stories. And let's see, Star Storyteller, I'm loving the trivia. She's been dropping on us during this watch party. Says there was a Face That YouTube video. I forgot the user's name, who did a whole color theory study comparing and contrasting both mermaid films.
I think
I
that,
would love to see that.
we should take a look at that, Lorena. And it is very interesting. The color palette for the 89 version of The Little Mermaid was very deliberately chosen. The colors were very deliberately chosen, and I think that that's important in order for it to appear natural. In order, it is animated, so they want it to appear natural. She doesn't feel artificial, like an artificial cartoon necessarily. The
Mhm.
colors come across, the balance of the colors come across, extremely well, and it's extremely well done. So when we do see everything in this animated feature, it looks perfect because they've taken that much time to look at those color palette choices. Now, in regards to the tone and what it means, certainly I think that this particular story is does have the fairy tale element to it. There's nothing too dramatically off in color except for some of the scary parts. So colors that you associate with being fearful look like any kind of colors that seem off or don't match or not on the same color wheel together, not complementary colors. They use that in parts where it's supposed to be scary. At least that's how I would interpret it. But
Mhm.
then we also see some beautiful sunsets. We see incredible, saturations, like in Ariel's hair, that red color in her hair.
Mhm. Yeah.
Amazing. And then we also get to see a lot of transitions from under the water, under the sea, and then up to the when you come out of the water and out of more in sort of like the air. So a lot of those changes, and even her natural movements, she certain times when she's in the shade and her hair doesn't look as vibrant, and then when the sun hits it and then it looks vibrant. That was a lot of work. That was a lot of very specific color saturations that they were doing. It just came out perfect. Even this scene, like where they're under the water, it looks a little bit muted. The color's a little bit muted because they are underwater. And then when they come out of the water, then her hair looks even more vibrant. The color
Mhm.
is more intense in some situations. Even Flounder comes off as being this bright yellow when he pops out of the water. He's this super
Yeah.
yellow. Wow, he's bright. He's actually really bright. And so is Sebastian with his deep red shell. But I think that they took so much time and effort to make that happen. But also the facial expressions of Flounder and Sebastian and of Ariel. So they were able to do these great facial expressions of animals, if you want to put it that way, fish
Mhm.
like, that we don't normally see facial expressions at all. But now we can see facial expressions, and that was really very difficult to do. I think Sebastian in particular, making him feel as if he's this character that is guiding Ariel, because Flounder, is obviously along for the ride, but Sebastian having to guide Ariel and be the wise one in this is hilarious. They did a great job in showing that he is somebody who has influence with the king, but also, he has to somehow be able to express himself to Ariel so that she'll listen. It's really amazing how they created that in his face and the facial features and everything. Just
Mhm.
it was a huge effort. We know exactly what Ariel's thinking at every moment that we see her moving around in her face, and she's looking down, and she's like, especially when she goes in, she thinks she's going to get that kiss. She's leaning in hard, like she's leaning,
Yeah.
and
Like,
she's
give it to me.
I'm ready. Like it's totally there. It was really, really very clever. And of course, mermaids are supposed to be incredibly attractive to humans. So a mermaid isn't something that you're going to look at and you shouldn't be, at least I don't think you should be repulsed by a mermaid. I think that they have the ability to charm you. So, let's say
Yes.
if you're kind of looking at it, her singing is beautiful, but she's also very charming and very attractive. So, once he saw her, he probably wouldn't have been able to take his eyes off of her because, she's a mermaid. So there's also that kind of fun thing about her as well. So, yeah, that's another element of it. I think that I
Mhm.
do like that they played that up, her attractiveness as well. She needs to look attractive, and I'm totally fine with that.
Mhm.
Oh,
She does.
look, here's the color choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
mean, I'm not gonna play it, but yeah, that's definitely something we need to check out. But yeah, absolutely. When I first saw the um the movie poster, hey, Battle Him 63 says, sorry I'm late. I'm a bit surprised Disney left this on Disney Plus. They're probably gonna make more darn money from the animated one
Yeah, people are
than
rewatching that.
yeah, like crazy. They're like, huh, what was it that I loved about the original? They're gonna go back and go back and watch the original one. But when I first saw the movie poster for the Little Mermaid, when Disney announced it on Twitter, I replied and said, "What is this? Zack Snyder's Little Mermaid with these dark?" And people were like, don't talk about Zack Snyder like that. Kind of
Yeah,
tongue in cheek.
the Zachalites were like, "What you talking about?"
Yeah. It's like, exactly what I'm talking about, with that,
Zack
because he
Snyder's new
has a
version of the Little Mermaid, and she's like,
I was just, can we version? Is he gonna make this I mean, I looked at that, and you had so many people were just like laughing. I'm like, yeah, it's a
and it'd be like,
joke, but there's a kernel of truth in there, isn't it? That
it
this
would be like
poster.
part of a fight club, and she'd have to fight to get, Eric, and
Mhm.
Eric would be like some crazy, like spoiled laddish style prince who's got like 20 mermaids in his bed all the time, and she's got to kick the other mermaids out of the way to get him back or something like something crazy and wild. I mean, but it's interesting that you picked up on the tones of the different colors.
Yeah, it's like it was so just watching it, and it was just like mermaids are supposed to be bright and vibrant. Like I've loved mermaids like all of my life. And anytime you see them like in drawings, on TV and movies, they're very alluring. They're very bright because they would be able to sing and lure sailors to their death. They were purposely alluring and beautiful, you know. But that's what we expect. Not this, like, you can have dark colors but have it not be so depressing and depressing looking.
Well, it's not even viewable. I'm having difficulty seeing that. Like, I can't make out the mermaid. I don't even know what I'm kind of looking at on the right hand side of that part versus the left hand side. But it is interesting where the person says bold and then sad.
Hmm.
Yeah, the I guess maybe they could color correct it somehow, but why would they have to make her look sad? I mean, maybe that's why when we first saw it, and you said that you thought it was Zack Snyder's version of Little Mermaid, but then they showed you stills of Haley, and she looked so pretty and beautiful. It's so important what you put on a poster. It's so important what the picture should look like. That does say a lot, about the
Hmm.
character and how people are going to perceive it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to check out this video.
Yeah, that'd be great. I
Yeah.
haven't seen the live action, so I have no idea what the color story is.
It is the most depressing color story. I mean, let's put it this way.
What?
The live scenes that they shot this, I believe, in Italy, southern Italy.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful, beautiful location. Um, but it's like the colors were so muted. Like when they went to the village, they did have like this pop of Caribbean colors and everything, but there wasn't a consistent color palette
Oh my
with
god.
it. So you went from like super bright to super dark to somewhere in the middle to super bright again to so dark you can't see.
That sounds crazy.
It was nuts.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that. So you couldn't even see the movie. You couldn't see Ariel. But mermaids are impossible to miss. Like, she should be like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Hmm.
That's a
No,
mermaid.
just blended in, and I mean, it's even worse that they couldn't like give her red. They couldn't give her red hair.
Why didn't they give her red hair?
I have no idea. This is just me, but I think that Disney did not want to pay the money to have that done. Or they decided, hey, we're just going to really go the other way and just present her as is, which shows me a disconnect between the lore that you've already established and what you want people to consume. It's like, how come there's no excuse for her to not have red hair? I've seen plenty of black women, especially actresses and singers, who have had bright red hair. I think Khalees had red hair at one time. I think Monica had red hair at one time. We're talking crazy bright, like Ariel, red hair.
Yeah, I
And they
mean,
didn't
we're
do
we're
that.
seeing we're seeing teenage girls walk around with red hair, and politicians walking around with red hair these days. It's not so far fetched. We're seeing all different shades of red as well. This is not, you can go to the drugstore and get whatever shade you want now in that bright, intense red. It's not something we haven't seen. And you can go on Amazon and pick up whatever you want. If you don't want to dye your hair, you can get something to put over your hair that'll still have that intense shade if you want. So it's very confusing. I think she would have been amazing with the red hair.
I think she would have. I think it would have looked fabulous. And Battle Hymn 63 says the darker palette hides poor CG. And yes, it was poor CGI. It was some of the worst CGI I've ever seen, which
Wow.
makes it ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh no, but why would they
It was
even need to
bad.
do very much CGI at all? Um, a few scenes, yes, but for the most part, that type of ship isn't hard to come by. She can do the swimming scenes. I guess, I mean, just the tail, but why would anything else really need to be? I don't know. I mean, I have that question. I think rather than her interact with CGI, it would have been interesting to see her what they did with Pinocchio, where they had those puppets as the characters, might have added a little bit more depth to and made it a little bit more special live action. But I don't know why it would need so much CGI anyway. But
I think, well, probably the simulated underwater scenes. And then, of course, you have, like all the fake fish and everything that they have. It didn't look good. Didn't look good at all. Hey, Anonymous says it's just the agenda rearing its ugly head but to what end? To what end is that you're gonna wind up losing a buttload of money. That's what's going to happen. It's like if you're going to do something like that, don't do it halfway. Have her have the red hair. Keep the story the same, but you decided to not keep the story the same, not give her red hair, and go on to that. So at least we still have for now the original Little Mermaid film, which was such a joy to watch with you, my dear, and with all of you out there in the chat. And of course, if you're watching this on the replay, you need to let us know what are your best memories from the Little Mermaid film, because we would love to hear that from you. So, where can the people find you?
all right, guys, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Positive Fandom, where I do all the parlay in the fandom. Tomorrow morning at 10:30, I'll be doing my Sunday brunch show. So please do check that out. Every day I stream a live stream of gaming as well. So also please check that out. Also you can find me on the Burn Network. Lorena and I do a show on Mondays called Ladies of the PGS. You can find us there on Mondays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can also find Lorena on my channel too. We're going to be doing a watch party for Outlander starting on Fridays at 8 p.m. Guys, so please do check that out on Positive Fandom. You can also find me here on Lorena's channel doing watch parties like this. We also have a Toxic Male Appreciation Show on Thursdays on Lorena's Twitch channel at 5 p.m. So also check that out. And guys, don't forget, I can also be found on the 1/6 Scale Man Network or El Profesoro's channel for Uncivilized Scoundrels. Guys, please do check it out. Please like and subscribe to Positive Fandom. And Lorena, it was such a pleasure watching this movie with you tonight.
Well, thank you. It was such a joy watching, and so glad that you were here with me. And thank you, Shrebbles, for that 2.99 again super sticker. I can't see what it is because I
I
closed
can't.
my other I closed my other tab, so I can't see what super sticker it is. Perhaps you guys in the chat can tell me which super sticker that is. But Shrubbles, thank you so very much for supporting my channel that way. I appreciate it so very much, so very much.
Um, Lorena, Star Storyteller says that she blames California labor laws. There was no way they could pay artisans to make puppets. Lorena, I think if they had made puppets for the live action, just like what
Mm-hmm.
they did with the Pinocchio, the Benicio del Toro's book Pinocchio, that this
Mm-hmm.
would have been a very different type of live action movie. That it would have been remarkable, and she would have been interacting with these incredible looking puppets, like the same quality that we saw with with Pinocchio would have given it a very different tone rather than CGIing the crap out of it, which because we don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see something
Mhm.
that somebody made, and I'm open to seeing somebody make a puppet of
Oh
Sebastian.
gosh, yeah.
Wouldn't that have been amazing if she had interacted with that kind of puppetry, or like when they animate that puppetry, that with her, that would have been something very fun to watch, and it would have been real. It wouldn't have been CGI'd. I think they could have done something very creative like that, and it's interesting. Star Storytale, that could have been something that could have made the live action very different from the animated version.
I would have to agree, and especially with engagement from children, they love puppets.
Yes,
So how wonderful would that have been if they would have done that? Oh, freaking
would have been
California labor laws. Oh,
it would have been
man.
amazing, and people would have remembered this live action for, like, how do you could never top Ariel in 1989, but this would have been something very unique
Mhm.
with the bright red hair. They just let's just give her that bright red hair that we're
Yeah,
seeing
right.
every girl
Yes.
walk around with these days. Just give it to her. Let's see her with that. Just be like, whoa, wow, did you see her hair?
Mhm.
Like,
The
so
bright red hair, even if it was, into dreadlocks, which would have been
mhm,
beautiful, absolutely beautiful if they
yes.
did that. Oh, it's a doggy waving by. Oh, thank you, Shrubbles. So the 2.99 super sticker was the Shiba Inu dog waving bye-bye. So thank you. And Anonymous says, glad you saw original, watched it with my niece. I enjoyed it secretly. That is okay. That was okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know they did
And
it for Jim Henson. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
no,
We
no,
gotta find this. I
I
didn't
did not
know.
know that.
Oh my god, I wonder what.
Wow. They did it for Jim Henson's live
Oh
action little.
my god,
I gotta
what?
dig that up.
You got to dig it up, Lorraine. We got to dig it up.
I really do. Because
We got to dig this.
I
We got to look at
freaking,
this.
yeah,
Oh my gosh,
I
thank
gotta
you so
find
much
it.
for mentioning that. We got to look at this
Yes.
and see how that looked. Whew. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Lorraine. I can't even, like, my heart is beating because Jim
Oh,
Henson, they always
man.
do a good job. Um,
Let's see. Little Mermaid, Jim Henson made a show and it was it was weird. I'm sorry, hang on. I'm looking at something from Collider. I'll share the screen really, really
uh,
quickly. So yeah, Jim Henson made a Little Mermaid show, and yep, it was weird. Well, I'm like,
well, that
well,
Sebastian looks cute, but who's playing Little Mermaid?
I don't know. Let me see. On YouTube, the tape stutters and jumps. Okay, so they're not saying who the actress is, although it could be me, but it kind of looked like Jodi Benson. That's very Henson-ish esque.
I
I
think a
think that
child
would
would
have,
love that. A child
yeah.
would love the way that looks. That looks incredible. I think seeing them that on the screen, that would have been very creative, very fun. It doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like some computer program. That looks amazing.
Mhm. It was just 2 episodes because Jim Henson died not long afterwards, but yes, it looks good. Okay.
Thank you, Amanda.
Okay. Wow. Well, I'm gonna have to hunt down those episodes because
Mhm.
I love everything pretty much that Jim Henson ever put together. So, folks, thank you so, so, so very much for watching. Please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe to of
Yes.
Positive Fandom. Please do subscribe to me. We drop these watch
Yes.
parties and everything for these movies. We so appreciate
Yes.
your time hanging out with us. You all take care. And of course, we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.